YouTube Nation, what's up? Eagles Truth here, and I wanted to real quick just to make a video this week. I didn't want my video yesterday of me losing my mind being the last video before we play again. This will probably be my only video before the game comes up. I'm not even sure who we play. I think it's the Giants. I'm so ready for the off season. I wanted to make a more calm video. I want to first start off by saying that us losing to the Dolphins yesterday, in the grand scheme of things, didn't really do much except embarrass us and make the upcoming games against the Giants and Redskins more important. Because we have to beat Dallas regardless. The only way Week 16 against Dallas does not matter for the NFC East is if the Cowboys are up 2 games on us or we're up 2 games on the Cowboys. That's the only way where that game means nothing. And the chances are that, well, you never know, because the Eagles could lose to the Giants this week, and then all of a sudden now we're 2 games behind Dallas. So it can happen quite easily. But 10-1, that probably won't happen. You know what? I'm not even going to say that because I can't trust this team at all. So yeah, so if we'd have beat the Dolphins, we're tied, right? The Cowboys would have to lose both of their next 2 games. We'd have to win both of our next 2 games for us not to have to beat Dallas. Chances of that happening was probably not good, right? So we just still had to beat Dallas anyway. The biggest thing it did, like I said, was embarrass us and make it a bigger deal that we have to beat the Giants and Redskins. Like, we have to. Or if we, maybe we don't have to, because watch the Cowboys lose to the fucking Bears, and then we can actually afford to lose to one of them. It's ridiculous. It's like the Cowboys are like, here, you take the division, we'll let you have it. And the Eagles are like, no, you by all means, you take it. Are you sure? Yes, absolutely. I mean, are you really sure? I mean, I'd love to give it to you. Like that's basically what's happening right now. And I'm not online because, I have so much shit to do in my in the real world, with internships at the hospitals and all this stuff. Like, shit's getting real now. That I don't have time to be online. But I'd imagine there's not a whole bunch of shit talking by Cowboys fans after we lost to one of the worst teams in the league. Because I'd imagine they're just like, yo, like, we both suck. Like, whoever wins the division, is that fan base really going to talk shit to the other fan base? I mean, come on. Because it's like, are they really, Because I could just imagine, like, okay, let's say somehow we beat the Cowboys, we win the division. Am I really going to feel like, what Dallas, what now? Yeah, NFC East champs right here. What are you going to, like, would I really feel like doing that? Like, I don't know if I'd have the energy, like, because you talk all that shit, okay, and then you likely get your ass handed to you the very next week in the playoffs. The season's over. Like, and I know it wouldn't be the like, okay, so if the Cowboys won the division, they talk all that shit, and they get their ass destroyed by the Seahawks or whoever it may be the very next week. It's kind of like, I don't know. I know it's not us beating you, but at the same time, it's kind of like, talked a lot of shit and you just got your ass whooped, Like, I don't know. Like, I'd love the Eagles to win just because we won the division and we technically did better than the Cowboys. Like, I would love that because I hate the Cowboys. But at the same time, think about it. Come on, if there's Cowboys fans watching this video, like, be real with me. Let's forget that we're rivals for a second. Let's just be real with each other. Both our teams suck. Like, both our teams suck. And, like, people thought that it was going to be between us as the powerhouses of the NFC. And it's very quite the opposite. We're going to be the worst teams in the playoffs, whichever one of us gets in. Like the Redskins could still technically win the division. You know how ridiculous this is? Which would be funny. I'm actually kind of rooting for that. That would be funny. That would be hilarious. Think about it. Neither of us should really believe our team is going to go to the Super Bowl and win it, right? Neither of us should really believe that. If you believe that, God bless you. So here's what happens if we win the division. You win the division. You get a little bit of bragging rights. But as I said earlier, like, do you really want them bragging rights? Do you really want that? It just seems so weak. I mean, both of us are like tripping over the finish line. You're really going to, I don't know, like whatever. But okay, you get a little bit of bragging right over the other team. Like you won the division. Okay. You can hang a banner or something. I don't know. But then you likely get destroyed in the playoffs for everybody to see. You have a worse draft pick. You play a first place schedule next year. You see what I'm saying? Other teams are gunning for you, like the other teams in the division. Like, all right, they're the division champs. They're the team. They're the team to beat. Let's go get them. I don't know. Like, both teams are clearly just not good teams right now. Why not? I'm not saying tank. I can't bring myself to do it, especially with the division still. If the division was mathematically, if we were mathematically eliminated from the division, I wouldn't be opposed to not, I don't know. I wouldn't be opposed to just trying secretly for that higher draft pick, you know? You can't just sit there and say, hey, Carson, throw an interception here. Like, how do you, I don't know. I don't even know how you do tank. I mean, I guess you could just put in your backups, but then, like, let Carson have a full season. Like, that's the one thing that we can take from this year is, you know, he's got a great chance of actually playing a full season. So all the, oh, he can't play a full season, or the, he's injury prone, like that talk can kind of shush for a little bit, you know? That's the only good thing. The only good thing that's going to come from this fucking miserable season. And then watch last game of the season, he gets hurt. I just put the kibosh on him. I just did it. So I don't know if you really want that, you know? Like, if this is what both teams have to show, I can't bring myself to say it because I still kind of, even though it's small bragging rights, I still kind of want those bragging rights. But maybe it's better just to lose at this point. Get a better draft pick and I don't know. You know, like maybe it's just better to do it that way. Maybe statements are made in the off season. Coaches are fired. You know what I mean? Like maybe more shit gets done if we lose. Like maybe in the long term, maybe it's better. I hate talking like that because I never want my team to lose, but I don't know. The worst thing that could happen, honestly, is us lose the division. The worst thing that could happen is us beating the Redskins and the Giants twice, so that's 3 wins, and then losing to the Cowboys to lose the division. That would be the worst thing ever. Ever. Because that means what? 8-8? And no division title. That would be terrible. Like, if we're not, either win the division or lose out. Like, do one or the other. Losing out might actually be better than winning the division. Unless we get on some kind of miracle run and shock the shit out of everybody in the world, including myself. I don't know. Just trying to talk with you guys. Just trying to have a little bit of